Hello and welcome back to our Pokemon Showdown team building. Today we are building a team around a grass type. Yeah, it's been a while since we've done a grass type, so I was like, you know what? We're going to look at the lower tiers. I went to NU, I went, you know what, we haven't done NU in a while. Picked out a grass type I liked. Lilligant, simple, easy done, we're doing Lilligant. Well, we're building a team around Lilligant, we're not doing Lilligant, don't get any crazy ideas like that. And standard name, called Lily, you know what, names, magical things, names that I can't do, so we're going to ignore that. And when it comes to this Pokemon, there's only one real set that anyone would run on these Pokemon. I mean, when we're down in NU, you don't get the crazy amount of utility that some of the Pokemon in UU, OU have. Rather than having, like, a bunch of amazing strategies, this Pokemon's pretty much going to rely on Quiver Dance. So we're going to run Quiver Dance, we're going to run the Giga Drain, because I like having that little bit of recovery, and we might be able to combine that with our item, possibly get some defenses from Quiver Dance, you never know. We are going to give this thing Sleep Powder, so we can hopefully get more Quiver Dancers set up on the first turn. We put the other Pokemon to sleep, get like 2 Quiver Dancers, and we proceed to destroy everything with a mixture of Giga Drain, and I like to run Hidden Power Rock. Because Hidden Power Rock hits Fire types, Flying types, and Ice types, which is pretty much your weaknesses. So it's just a pretty good move to have. It's the main things that Giga Drain doesn't hit as well, so generally this will cover your weaknesses. Together with these moves, we don't hit Steel types, but looking at this tier, we have Aggron, Steel type, sure. We have Steelix, I think. Yep, we have Steelix in this tier. Those are the main Steel types we're going to be seeing. The other one would probably be Klinklang, so that's something to worry about, but other than those two, we don't really have all that much to worry about. No one's going to be running stuff like Mawile or anything crazy like that. There's no scary Steel types as such, which means we can pretty much rely on this moveset to get us where we need to go. We are going to make this thing timid so that we can potentially outspeed with that first Sleep Powder, put the enemy to sleep, get the Quiver Dances. After that we should be fine. And for an item, I think we're just going to give it a Citrus Berry. If we find out that we don't have a Pokemon using leftovers, we may give this Pokemon leftovers, might be better in the long run. Sometimes Citrus Berry can just be better, just give you that initial burst of health to allow you to live an extra hit. It depends, it really depends. Although if we're putting them to sleep, leftovers will probably recover a little bit more than a Citrus Berry overall. And when it comes to being shiny, oh yeah, we'll go with shiny. I like the shiny, that's good, that's good. So, weaknesses of a grass type. Something I wish was just a little bit better. I wish the grass type defensively was just a little bit better, but we have to worry about poison, flying, fire, ice, bug. 5 weaknesses. To be honest, I'm mainly worrying about ice. I'm mainly worrying about fire. Those are the 2 dominant weaknesses I feel grass types have. Poison can be kind of dealt with, it's more of an odd type offensively. I feel like Bug is more of an odd type offensively. Flying definitely has some potential to screw us over. So Fire, Ice, maybe Flying. So we're going to look for something defensive. I'm not really certain if I want to go physically defensive or specially defensive first, so it's going to be whatever jumps out at me in this tier. It's like, hey, you know what? I want to use that. And to be honest, I don't really know if there is anything in this tier that's going to make me want to do that. Let's just start at the top. Aggron, not really. Not even a little bit. Defensive. Claydol, not really feeling it. Doesn't really give a whole lot of extra defense. Gastrodon, only weak to grass. You know, now that I think about it, this Pokemon gets stockpiled, doesn't it? Oh, having a stockpile Pokemon that's only weak to grass, that's actually disgusting. Yeah, we're gonna do it. Ooh. Ooh. We get to choose the variant color. Yeah, we're going with pink, because, you know, we're manly here. We're manly. So, when it comes to ability, Storm Drain is probably the way to go. We'll give this thing Scald to burn. We'll give this thing Toxic for things that can't be burned. I already said I wanted Stockpile, and I guess that leaves us with Recover. Complete stall set. I'm fully aware this is a complete stall set, and I'm not sure if I want to make you physically or specially defensive yet. You realistically can be either, so we'll leave that open, and I think we're going to give you leftovers. So, Lilligant, you are going to stick with Citrus Berry. Gastrodon, Sea Slug, Sea Slug. Name for a Sea Slug, Sally. Sally the Sea Slug. There we go. Easy, simple, done. Now, we are looking for a other defensive Pokemon that can combine with... Basically, we're looking for something that resists grass. Preferably is resistant to, like, the flying typing. Bug, poison, they would be good resistances to pick up as well. Fire is pretty much covered. Ice, not so much, but we'll see, we'll see. Let's go, let's have a look. So, Aggron would resist the flying, would resist the ice. Wouldn't be the worst. Not what I'm looking for. That has too many other weaknesses that I don't want to worry about. You know, if we were to take a defensive poison type like Muck that can get something like Acid Armor. Oh, there isn't Weezing in this tier? Yeah, Weezing. If we were to go with something defensive like Weezing, that'd be the poison weakness gone, that'd be the bug weakness gone. We'd have Levitate, so this Pokemon would only be weak to Psychic, which would be an incredibly good thing to have. Only having one weakness on 2 of our Pokemons already, that'd be really good. It's also just really good defensively, so you know what, I'm convinced I want to use a Weezing. We can go with this. I don't really have a great name for you, so we're just going to name you James, because Team Rocket, why not? We will give you the Black Sludge, wherever that is, for a little bit of recovery. And let's think about our moveset. So when it comes to recovery on this Pokemon, it doesn't get any, so Pain Split is pretty much a must. Will-O-Wisp is nice, because that way we can burn things. Sludge Bomb, pretty much a must-have. Yeah, Stab, we need that. And normally I'd run Flamethrower, so we can hit Steel types that are otherwise completely walled out. But do I want Flamethrower, or is there anything else we can get? We could run Thunderbolt, we could be different. Although, I think Flamethrower is probably going to be a little bit better. Yeah, we'll go with Flamethrower. We'll go with a pretty standard set. So you're going to be physically defensive, meaning our Gastrodon is going to be specially defensive, and these things should work out. Everything should work out between these two. I see these as just being a pretty good pair. Pretty good. Not the best, by any means. I'm sure there's other things we could have looked into, but you know what? These two aren't the worst to be paired together. You need to be female, Sally the Sea Slug, and you need to be male. Look at this. I didn't realize Lilligant could only be female. I was about to change that to female. Well, I just learned. Now, what do we need? We need something physical. That's for certain. We definitely need something physical, so we don't end up with an entirely special team. What typings do we have a weakness to? Or what typings don't we hit? Either of these should be fine. We don't hit... You know, I really don't know what we don't hit. To be honest, this isn't looking too bad to start off with. We have a little bit of a Psychic weakness. If we were to look at some potential Dark types, we could run Cacturn, not really. None of these are great. Lipard, maybe? No. Malamar, maybe. Maybe Malamar, if it comes to it. I don't really want to use Malamar, though. That's not what I have in mind to use. So at the moment, we're going to scrap a Dark type. Instead, we will look into... Physical. Strong Physical. Electivire? It would have some move coverage. Although we've used Electivire a lot, and you know, there's a Pokemon that we haven't used a lot, and that's Luxray. We're going to use Luxray. This is personal preference entirely. If you want to run Electivire, Electivire would probably fit a little bit better. It's a little bit stronger, it's a little bit faster, its move coverage, in my opinion, is a little bit better. So, you know what, if you want to run an Electivire, go ahead. It's probably better if you do that. I'm going to be running Luxray because I haven't used Luxray in a long time and I want to use it. So, we're going to be running Facade, definitely. Wild Charge, definitely. Because those are pretty much staples onto this moveset. We are going to run Ice Fang for a little bit of ice coverage. See, another thing it would be, if you ran Electivire, you'd get Ice Punch, which is 100% accuracy and a little bit stronger. So, and you'd also get access to Earthquake, which is nice. But you don't get access to Superpower, or do you get access to Superpower? You might get access to Superpower as well. You know what, to be honest, it might just be better to run Electivire in every way, but you won't get that Guts boost. You will not get the extra damage from having Guts. We are going to be running Guts. You are going to be Shiny. You're going to be Male. Although, actually, you know what? I'm just going to leave it as random, because on the off chance it is female and can't get hit by an Attract, that could be really helpful, so we'll leave that as random. Possibly a female Scar, we'll see. But with Facade, we're going to be benefiting from that Flame Orb. The power behind these attacks is going to be really strong. We just don't have the same kind of coverage as Electivire. We don't have that Earthquake potential. Should be fine overall, though. Now, what do we want to add onto this? Having only that ground weakness means we don't actually pick up any weaknesses, really. Because Weezing can pretty much deal with any ground type attacks. I'm not really seeing any kind of weakness there. So to be honest, defensively our team is looking pretty good. We still have that slight Psychic weakness. So we could pick up a Psychic type ourselves to deal with that. Because there wasn't any Dark types I really wanted to look at. Is there a Fairy type we could look at? Is there any good Fairy types in NU? I don't feel like there is any good Fairy types in NU. Ordino Mega, that's pretty bad. Mr. Mime, again, pretty bad. We're just going to look for a Psychic type in that case. Maybe something that we could Focus Sash and set up. Who knows? We have Kadabra. Fast, powerful, pretty frail. Pretty damn frail. A bit too frail. I mean, it would probably die to a quick attack, so maybe not Kadabra. We could take the Girafarig, but again, it's more on the frail side. All these Psychic types are frail. Mesprit isn't frail, but Mesprit was in the last team build. You got your chance to shine. We have Gothitelle down here. We also have Swoobat. Swoobat can get simple Calm Mind. Base 114 speed, that's pretty fast. We'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. You can have a Focus Sash, because you're frail as hell. Your nickname's going to be Zubat, because let's face it, you're a 5th gen Zubat. We'll give you Simple, we'll give you the Calm Mind. And we'll give you Air Slash and Psyshock, because those two are your stab moves. And now we will consider... We could run Giga Drain. We could. That gives us some health back. It could allow us to hit like a Gastrodon that might want to come in on us. I don't really know. I wouldn't really see a Gastrodon coming in on us. I would see more of a Dark type coming in on us. Maybe they're Malamar or something. Let's have a quick look at what might come in against us. If we're running Swoobat, what would someone bring in against us? A Steel type, maybe? So we could potentially run Heat Wave. We don't have a whole lot of move coverage, to be honest. We could run Signal Beam. Having Signal Beam would be really, really, really good if a Malamar did come in against us. And we don't have any bug coverage. We are slightly weak to Dark. That's a lot of... Bug coverage is a strange thing to have. We could just give it U-turn. So that way it could get out if it needs to. I think we'll just give it Signal Beam. We're gonna do it. This could be a terrible idea. U-turn could definitely be a lot better. It could give you the Switch Initiative for the same coverage, but you know what? We'll run Signal Beam. We'll give it a chance. And for our final Pokemon, we really don't have a lot of physical now that I thought about it. Picking up a Psychic type basically ensured that we'd be picking up another special Pokemon. We have 4 special, 1 physical. I want a physical Pokemon. I really do. Normally, I like having Fighting Stab, but right now, I think we just need something that's going to blow something up. Just Choice Banded, destroy something. So, what would be Choice Banded, destroy something potential? We have... not a whole bunch of things that I'm seeing. Swellow can be really good. Zangoose can be really good. I'm not really looking for a Zangoose, though. I want something that's at least 100 base speed and can blow something up. So, 100 base speed. Dodrio, you don't really blow anything up. Emolga, you aren't physical. Fearow, again, not blowing anything up. Furfrou has over 100 base speed, I'm learning. Not seeing anything crazy. Kadabra, Jump Fluff, you know, the 100 base speed barrier is apparently not great. Ninetales, Meowsticks, you know, physical, Persian, nope. Pidgeot, nope. Pure Ugly, nope. Regigiga, oh my god, although if we were going to do that, I'd rather run Slaking. Because I always know that Slaking and Regigigas are kind of similar in the way they both have a drawback, same base stat total. We're going to run a Slaking. We're going to do it. So, Choice Band. Truant, sadly, we have to stick with. We're going to name you Sid, because Sid is a name for a sloth, which you are. We're going to make you shiny. We aren't going to make you shiny. Definitely Giga Impact, because we have the Truant ability anyway. We may as well get the most powerful move we can. We want Night Slash to hit Ghost types. We want Earthquake, because no Pokemon so far has any ground coverage, because we didn't run Earth Power on Sally the Sea Slug. Never going to get over Sally the Sea Slug. That name is sticking around. And for our final move, I'm pretty sure this gives perfect normal effectiveness move coverage. I don't think there's anything that can take a hit from any of these without it being at least normal effectiveness. I think. So, the last move would just be whatever would give us the most coverage, which I'm assuming would be Ice Punch. I'm pretty sure Ice is generally the best for coverage. So, we will give you a Jolly Nature, make you as fast as possible, and you are going to be basically a cannon. You're just going to blow something up whenever you come in. So, something dies to this thing pretty much every time one of our Pokemon dies. We can bring this thing in with Retaliate. Is Retaliate stronger? Power doubles? Not really. Not really. Giga Impact is actually still stronger, and it doesn't rely on that. So we'll run the Giga Impact. I don't really see a reason not to. So overall, I think that's going to be our team. We don't have any kind of way to deal with rocks or hazards. So we could potentially have looked at something like that. I don't think Weezing gets anything crazy like Defog. I wish it did. I wish Weezing got Defog. That'd be really good. So I think that's going to be that. We have no Rapid Spin user. We have no Defog user. We're just going to deal with that as it comes. We're going to validate the team because it's something that I need to remember to do every now and again. But I think I'm really making sure I've checked over this. I'm not going to mess anything up. I've had my moments where I've missed EV spreads, I've missed a move, or I've just generally missed something like an item, but it doesn't look like we have. So if you guys have enjoyed this team building session, leave a like down below, hit that subscribe button, it really helps out the channel, and without further ado, bye!